Hey, how's it going, guys? In this tutorial, we'll learn how to use OpenAI Whisper to transcribe media files such as MP4, MP3, WAV, or other media files. As a bonus, I'll also show you how to create a VTT subtitle file, which you can upload directly to your YouTube videos. If you've never heard of OpenAI Whisper before, Whisper is an open source automatic speech recognition system created by OpenAI based on 680,000 hours of trained data collected from the web. I have been using Whisper to transcribe my videos for the past 3 months, and so far, I really enjoyed the ease of use and the transcription accuracy. Before we can use Whisper, we need to download FFmpeg first. Now open your browser and navigate to FFmpeg.org. So FFmpeg is an open source command line tool that can be used for video and audio conversion as well as media data processing. Now here I'm going to click on download. And since I'm on a Windows system, I'll click on this window icon. Now here we have two sources to download the executable file. And I personally prefer BTBN, which is a GitHub repository. Based on your operation system, I'm using Windows, so I'm going to download this FFmpeg master latest Win64 GPL.zip file. Now download the zip file to your local drive. Here in my C drive, I created a folder called Open Source Software to store all my open source tools. Right, so once you download the file, unzip the file. And if I go into the folder, so all the way to this bin folder. If I go into the bin folder, and here are the 3 open source tools that are created by FFmpeg. Now for Whisper to be able to access this file, we're going to create window variable first. Alright, so here I'm going to search for environment variable. And I'm going to click on edit the system environment variables. Now Windows, click on environment variables. So basically, the Whispers module is going to look at this path environment variable. And we just need to add the directory path. We can basically provide the parent directory path, and which is going to be the path to this FFmpeg master latest Win64 GPL folder. So I'm going to copy the folder path. And on my PC, I already have the environment variable created. So basically, just append the directory path to the path environment variable and click OK. Now let me close this window. Now, before we can use Whisper's Python library, we need to install the library first. Open your terminal, and we can install the Whisper's Python package using the command pip install OpenAI-Whisper. Enter. And once we install the Whisper Python package, we can now go ahead and start with the Python script development. Now launch your code editor and create a blank Python script. For demonstration purpose, I'll be using this 2014 3 minutes thesis winning presentation file. And I actually download the file from YouTube. So here's the video in case if you want to check it out. Alright, so this is the 2014 3 minutes thesis winning presentation by Emily Johnston. And this video is from 8 years ago. So it's going to be a really good testing sample to test out the capability of Whisper. Alright, so going back to the Python script. Here I'm going to import the datetime module to insert the timestamp when we create the VTT file. And to use the Whisper module, we can import Whisper. Now, as I mentioned before, Whisper is based on 680,000 hours of training data. And currently there are 5 different models, tiny all the way to large. The tiny model is the least capable model, but it's also the fastest when it comes to transcribing a media file. And the model file size is also the smallest. First, the large model, which requires the most time to transcribe a media file. You also need to have a larger VRAM to run this large model. And for demonstration purpose, I'll be using the base English only model to transcribe the media file. Alright, so to load a model, from the Whisper module, I can use the load model method. And I'll insert the model ID base whisper.en. And I'll name the output as model. Now if I go ahead and run this code block, and because I haven't downloaded the model data yet, so it's going to first of all download the model first, or the model file first, to my PC. And just in case if you want to delete the model file, you can go to the C drive, users, followed by your username, cache, then go into the Whispers folder. And here's the base.en model file. And the file size is 138 megabytes. First, the large model, which is 2.87 gigabytes. And the medium English model is 1.42 gigabyte. Alright, so let's go back. So by default, Whisper is going to use FP16 calculation to decode the media file. But since my CPU doesn't support FP16 calculation, I need to change the setting to use FP32. So here from Whisper, decoding options. And since the task is already set to transcribe, I'm going to set the default language to English and use FP32 calculation. So here I'm going to set the FP16 parameter to false. Now name the output as option. And to transcribe media file, from the model object, I can use the transcribe method. And I'll insert the file path. In this case, I'm using an MP4 file. And I'll name the output as result. Now, if I go ahead and run these two lines, actually I can run the entire code block, that's fine. And once Whisper finishes transcribing the media file, I can print the result object. So here from the result object, we have a dictionary. If I print the keys, we have three keys. Text basically will return the entire text, and segment is going to return paragraphs in a list, followed by the transcription language. Now if I print result text, so here's the entire media caption, which we can copy directly to a YouTube video. Now if I want to use Whisper to generate VTT caption file, which is the format that I generally use to upload my caption to my YouTube videos. So here I'm going to grab the file name, well, the extension, and I'll create a variable called save target. And it's going to be the file name .vtt. Then I'll insert the word statement will open, followed by the file path, and it's going to be write-mode as file. Now here I'm going to insert loop. I'm going to say for index and segment in result segments. And because we need to return the index, I need to wrap the result segment object with the enumerate function. And here I'm going to type file.write. The first item is going to be the paragraph number and start from 1. So I'm going to add the index number by 1. Then we need to insert a new line. Right, so here I forgot to show one thing. Now here let me reference the segments key. And I want to return the first element. Now from the record here, we have these two keys, start and end, to indicate the time range, followed by the text. Now here I'm going to insert my code snippet. So this line here is going to insert the timestamp of the time range. And the next line is going to be the caption text. Then we need to insert a new line as a subtitle and move on to the next segment. Now here let me terminate this session. And I'll save the file and pause F5 to run the script. So here I accidentally insert a W. Let me delete that letter and run the script again. And it looks like the script is finished. And here's the VTT file. Now if I open the VTT file, And we now have a production-ready VTT file that we can upload directly to a YouTube video. So this is going to be everything I'm going to cover in this video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you find this video useful, please don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.